Guys, I did a thing. I saw this comment, which I'll probably show on screen now, asking if I'm gonna have any of the minigame lobbies. Because, well, I have the other minigame maps in there. It kinda makes sense I would have the minigame lobby in there, right? So I did it. Redstone and all, everything's in here. So we have the old minigame lobby, and then above it, like, we have the new one. There's chunks here, or I guess, as well. But like, it's here. So we're gonna try and fix this up, I think. We can't have this. We cannot have this in the state it's in. Absolutely not. So we're gonna try and do that in this episode. Yeah. This is gonna be fun, isn't it? Ooh, diamonds. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. Yeah. So, I'm gonna go do that. I'm a ghost. Woo! Okay, I've excavated the whole thing. Oh no. This is gonna be a nightmare. But I think if I can make this work, it'll be so worth it. It shouldn't be that bad. It looks worse than it is, I think. Yeah, this all needs to be ruined. It's gonna be torn apart. You have gravel everywhere, because it fell from the ceiling. I need to get rid of all these trees, and blend all of this in with the terrain. And get rid of all the greenery and grass. We can maybe keep this water, but yeah. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. Alright, I got all the trees gone around the outside. So now I need to get rid of all this grass out here. I'm probably just gonna use my trusty little brush here and turn it all into stone. And then deep slate down there. And then once all of this is stone and all the like overworld terrain is now all stony and stuff, we can begin terraforming this around. Because I want this to be kind of like a big cave. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have up here be a lush cave, and then when you go down there, it's gonna be a deep dark. I think that'll be really cool. So I'm gonna begin turning all this into stone. Okay, I think we are ready to start terraforming all of this. I already started kind of experimenting with the Axiom tools, because I've never really used them on this scale before. And so far, it's looking really good. But we need to make this pretty flush with everything else. Alright, the terrain is done. This looks so cool. I really like it. But now is the fun part. We need to transform this whole place so that it's ruined and overgrown and lush cavified. So I think the first place to start is probably to add some moss right here. Alright, I've mossed it up. I've added some glowberries, and that's not that one. And I've added some azalea leaves kind of going through here. And it looks so cool. This already looks really cool. I hope these don't grow too long. I hope they don't do what they did right there to this. That would be kind of annoying. Okay, I kind of locked in. This is just about done. The vines have grown. This is flooded. And there's foliage and there's like stuff growing. And I destroyed a bunch of the buildings, and there's rubble underneath where they were destroyed. I knocked out a bunch of the lights. I made a lot of the stuff mossy, and it is done. This is like super dark. You probably can't see anything, but actually I can fix that right here. Turn it up a bit. There we go. So we got lots of skulk down here. Super spooky. We got shriekers. So when you land down here, they'll instantly shriek, and it'll be spooky and all that. I really like it. It looks really cool. But this is not all we're going to be doing today. We have a lot of other things to do, and I gotta get started on those. So I've gotten a lot of like grindy stuff done off camera. So in the past 2 weeks, I have went around and I fixed up all of the lush caves So now they look a bit better. I don't know if this is actually how they look in game. I don't really remember, but I just kind of made them bigger and then pasted the like moss patches and like clay thingies around, and these things in the ceiling. I kind of just pasted them around, made it work, and all of them are now fixed, which is really good. And it looks so much better. Like, this is way better. This is awesome. Another thing is I've been kind of like planning out certain things. So in the future, we're going to build a castle right here. And I have this marked out. We're going to have some kind of castle right here. I built this. See if you recognize it. This took like no time at all. I just put it here. And then I'm also marking out where I want all the villages. We're gonna have Savannah Village right here. We're gonna have Snow Village right here. Swamp Village. I'm gonna be building like swamp villages and jungle villages, because I think that'd be really cool. Gonna have the Taiga Village right there. And yeah, the jungle village will go there. Yeah, so I've been kind of marking all these things out. And also, I lined out where we're going to have the roller coaster. I planned out the path it's going to take, dug it all out. So that's pretty much done. All we gotta do is decorate it and make it look really cool. I also put in different like items, like carving into different cliffs. So we have a copper hoe, a netherite sword over there. This has been here, but we have a golden shovel, stone spear, there's a diamond pickaxe right there, and then, let's see, I know I have a wooden sword across over there, got an axe, and then there's a trident right there, and I also wanted to have the mace, but I instead decided to do this and have it create a giant crater right here, because I don't know, it just popped into my head and I thought it would be a cool idea. So I built a giant mace like this, carved out this huge crater and placed it in. I just finished that earlier, and yeah, that's pretty much everything. Oh yeah, and I kind of cleared out this area because I want to have like a observatory on this hill. I think that would look really cool with like a big telescope. One thing I really want to focus on is how the player gets around the world. We have a lot of modes of transportation now, like Happy Ghasts and Elytra and things like that. And I really want to focus on foot travel as well, and horse travel. So I have been making paths across the entire world that you can walk down or ride your horse down. And let me slow down. So we have this path, which goes across here. Got some flower fields, nice little house right here. And then this is going to go across here and lead to the Savannah Village, which will be right there. Or you can go across this bridge I built and go down this path, another flower field thing. And this leads to the pillager outpost. And then if you keep going along here, it leads to the Plains Village. Yeah, so I want to keep doing things like that. I'm gonna have the path go through this forest, and I want to build something out here. I haven't decided what. And then maybe we'll have it cut through here into this village, and then go through here, down there, and into this area. Then I've been doing the same thing here. You have some docks, and this kind of leads you out and across here. Then there's some more docks right there. So yeah, we got a lot of stuff done off camera, but nothing like crazy that I would want to record. It's mostly very grindy things like the lush caves and like mapping out different areas, mapping this out, things like that. Yeah, this looks really cool from a distance. I really like it. So now that I've caught you up, we are gonna figure out what to do next. I think, well, since I have it mapped out, I might as well do the roller coaster next. Because I think that makes sense. Because the roller coaster goes across here, then into here, then it goes underground a ways, and then into the deep dark. Kind of get a little sneak peek, and then back up. So yeah, I think we're gonna decorate this. The idea I have is we're going to have all the different biomes, and you're gonna be traveling through the different biomes underground. So start with like a plains, then a forest, then a taiga, a desert, stuff like that. And then you'll be traveling through there, down that hole, into the deep dark. We'll have the different types of caves as well. And then we'll go up that water column, and then onto the bridge, and then across. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing this episode. But we're going to be doing a time lapse. So, let's go. Alright, and that is the roller coaster done. This took kind of a while, but I put a lot of work into the route, trying to make it fit within the rest of the builds, and I think it worked out pretty well. So we got different biomes here, as you saw in the time lapse. Make sure it's nice and lit up so mobs don't spawn, and this is kind of awkward looking, but it drops you in. You kind of get a glimpse of this cave. We got different like structures, I guess. I'm not entirely confident in this whole thing, but it's not too bad. Yeah, so I think that's gonna do for this episode. I'm gonna go probably work on something else. Maybe I'll work on getting those villages in. That's gonna do it for this video. If you enjoyed, be sure to like and subscribe, and keep an eye out for the next one. Bye!